Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today's video, we're going to be going over this BX2816 that's right beside me here. Today's video will be talking about it, pointing out all the key features, then we're actually going to take it out and demo it so you can see how it operates, so stick with us. So whenever we talk about snowblowers, there's three different styles. So we have inverteds, backups, and fronts. So inverteds go behind the tractor, just like backups. They have pros and cons to them. The backups, they've been around forever. The nice thing about them is they're less expensive, they're universal, they go on the back of pretty much any tractor, and you blow snow. The downside to them is you're looking over your shoulder, backing up for potentially kilometers on end kind of idea. So that leaves us with, in the Kubota lineup, with the smaller tractors, whether it's the BXs, the B01s, the LXs, and up to your Grand Ls, you can get front snowblowers. They're powered by mid-PTO, brought up to the front, and really do the job. Very much different than what you're gonna see on the ones that go in the back. So they are completely different styling, completely different hookup, but they operate virtually the same. So whenever we start talking about BX2816s, what are they, how do they operate, what's the best things, all those key features, well, let's dive right into it. So after the BX2816, there's two different models that you can get that are heavy duty ones. One's a 48, one's a 55. It's the 2830 and the 2822. Both great blowers, and virtually look the same as this. They're heavy duty, they're in that oil bath, gear reduction box and all that. But the standard duty one, what's so great about it? Well, it's a front snowblower. And that's what you're looking for. The easiest ones to operate, they're the easiest on your body. You get to drive forward, you get to look forward, and you get to enjoy it. What's the downside to a front snowblower? Costing is virtually the only one, and the elimination of using your loader throughout the winter. So usually a front snowblower is going to be quite a bit more than a rear, and even more money than an inverted. After that is whenever you put a front snowblower on it, it kind of makes it that unit for the winter. Yes, these come on and off real quick, for probably under 10 minutes to switch between a front snowblower and a loader. But at the end of the day, it's still 10 minutes. You know, if you want to just move a bank back, it's no fun driving into your garage, taking it off, putting your loader on, going back out and doing that 5-minute job. This is what you're going to use for the winter, is that snowblower basically. So just be mindful of that whenever you're thinking about a package deal. If you're going for a front snowblower, that you're going to use it a lot, and then that's what's going to be on there for the winter. You're not going to be switching back and forth for the most part. After that, there's always three parts to a front snowblower. So you have your PTO shaft that brings it from the mid PTO up to the front, and then you have your quick hitches to bring it all together so that the snowblower attaches to the tractor itself, and then the snowblower head itself. So there is quite a bit going on here, and that's what brings up the costing of it. Again, at the end of the day, it's very quick and simple to detach and remove this blower. Like I said, the blower head itself is virtually 2 pins and a lever. So the lever is to bring back the PTO shaft, and the 2 pins are to detach it from the quick attach. If you move a little bit farther back to the quick attach itself, how easy is it to take on and off? Again, you're under 5 minutes. It's literally 1 pin and removing the shaft from the back of the tractor. So nice, quick, and simple, and then there's an easy lift off. So we do have other videos on our channel demonstrating that, but we will kind of show it to you again today at how quick and easy it is. After that, whenever we deal with the blower head, there's a few different options you can get with it. It does come standard with manual rotation. Then after that, you can get hydraulic rotation. Again, hydraulic rotation works perfect with a nice add-on cab like this. Keeps you high and dry, because it doesn't matter which way the wind is, eventually it's going to be blowing back in your face. So having hydraulic rotate is really helpful that way. After that, you can get electric or hydraulic deflector. Most people just settle with the electric, but hydraulic is available to you there. And again, if you go hydraulic, the costing is higher, but at the end of the day, it is stronger. So if you're doing quite a bit of snow removal, it is something to look at. The blower head itself, it has a cutting width of 50 inches, and you'll see two different augers on here. So spinning so that it brings in the snow, and then up through the fan and out. Some people do make the mistake there. There is 2 shear bolts there on the front here for the shaft. So there's one here and one on the other side. You always want to offset them so that your snow's coming in like this. If you put them together, then the snow's coming in like that, and it can kind of overwhelm the blower. So just one handy tip there. one thing you'll also see out front here is the gearbox itself. About once every 3 years, we do see them come in damaged where somebody's run into a post pretty hard with it. So just be mindful of that. It is, these are expensive pieces of, machinery here. So, but you just want to make sure you know what's in that snowbank and that's not a post. So whenever you get to the BX2816, you're gonna have your skid shoes on the side. They are black in color. And then you're gonna have a reversible cutting edge always on them. So nice and easy. Again, whenever you get through the winter, you may want to flip it around, but you do get lots of use out of them. It's not going to be a one and done kind of idea. Now let's jump to it and kind of demonstrate how this blower comes off, and then after that we'll go out and use it.
Okay, so we're gonna explain how to take this front mount snowblower off this BX1880. We'll just go over a little bit how to take it off and put it back on again. So we're going to start with these two here gold pins, and we're going to pull them out and latch them. They come out and latch toward the top. Twist them a quarter turn toward the top or the bottom. With that, pull this here large bar back toward the tractor, and that will release, I believe, the PDO. And prior to this all, I think we should first put in this stand, this jack in here, make sure it's down far enough, and that we can back the linkage down and back the tractor up. Now to hook it back together, we pulled forward, we lifted it up, and now we're going to pull this here rod back forward again to engage the PDO to the snowblower, and we'll pull back on these spring-loaded gold pins and let them push forward into the holes again, just like that. And last of all, we'll need to pull this drop leg pin back up again into working position. Just like that. So now that we're completed, I believe we can now go forward and blow your driveway out or whatever it might be.
Alright, so that brings the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the BX2816 as well as seeing it in action there. Again, it does what it's supposed to do, right? It blows snow, it throws it, and again, this is only on a BX1880, right? So you can go up to a 23 or 26 horsepower if you need to throw that even further. So pretty awesome little blower, pretty awesome package. So hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments, please down below. Thank you.